Jamaican or Bajan. I don't even know why some people call themselves African American. It's either you're one or the other. I know I'm from London. Stop for me. You're not English. Well, even if you're from Dominican Republic, somebody brought you there. As long as you're not black in your skin, say it loud, say it proud. You are Africans. We are Africans. Louder. We are.
Yes, we are. We are Africans.
Africans.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Nigerian Space TNS. And to our regular viewers, we know it's been a couple of weeks since you saw us, but we're in uncertain times right now. Life has happened, but we're back. We're back. Like we just said, we're Africans. A lot has been happening in the entertainment industry, especially in the music industry, in terms of Afrobeats, and generally just returning back to the roots. So we're just gonna chill, vibe, air our opinions. They're not professional opinions, but there are opinions.
Some of it are professional. Some of it.
Okay. I mean, that was my own disclaimer, Shao. No professional opinions. But I think we're all in agreement that the spotlight right now, and it has been, I would say over the last 2 to 3 years, the spotlight has really been increasing on going back to the roots, returning back to Africa, Black people from all over the world actually reconnecting. There's something I saw on Instagram as well. I think a lot of Americans do it. In terms of this ancestry stuff where it tells you
So
and
the DNA thingy. I think I want to do. I was telling someone I wanted to do it too. They're like, what are you
doing it for? You want to find out if you come from Europe or what?
They're like, I want to know that maybe I have a little bit of William Shakespeare in me. Let's start now. If you don't get more money, I'm smart a little bit. Really, you don't think so? You don't think some of us Africans might have some Western influence in our blood or something?
Nah.
I'd actually be interested to know, but I feel like the most part of it, for the most part, me, I know my bloodline is 100% African.
It's very deep. It's so deep in Nigeria.
There's no ifs, buts, or maybes.
No, I know I'm deep 100. In Africa too. I have my lineage. I will go everything. But something in somewhere might be there now.
What are you? I'm sorry. What are you looking for? What did you misplace?
I didn't misplace anything now, but I just wanted to know where my generation has gotten to. Generations before me, where they've been through. I guess
they've
I don't even know.
In Nigeria, they've been in West Africa.
If I see 100% Nigeria, then that will be the first ever. So it will be good for me to be the first man ever to have the 100% Nigerian results.
I just feel I have found it interesting though, and I think the most interesting part is I'd say what's the politically correct word? I'd say like a lot of Caucasians, a lot of white people, once they find that they have that African, whether it's 5%, 10%, whatever, they seem to be happy about it. Mm-hmm. So it then makes me think again that is what is actually making them shine light on Africa. I think the Beyonce's visual album Black is King, there was a lot of controversy when it dropped. A lot of people were saying, is this cultural appropriation? Why is it that she's shining so much light on Africa? Does she just want a piece of the cake, or does she have genuine interest in Africa? And I'm kind of like, 50-50. I'm not really a Beyonce fan. I'm not a Beehive person, but I listen to her music. So I'm neither here nor there. But in a way, for me, and just speaking to my small network of friends who are not Black, I found that a lot of them have asked me questions because she mentioned certain things, and if you're inquisitive, you definitely want to know. So for me, it's a plus. Like I had a friend asking me during the week, so what is it about? Because she had seen something on, like some comments on the Shade Room, and people talking about how Beyonce is a witch and
Holy shit.
Exactly. But she speaks about Oshun, and she gives a lot of praises to the water goddesses. So my friend was asking me like, okay, what is it about the water goddess that is having everyone up in arms? And I'm like, well, I don't know too, because when you think about it, Christianity is not our religion. It
Exactly.
was brought to
True.
us, so I don't
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
what the outrage is all about. But for me, I
Which
feel like,
also which brings
mm,
me to, I remember I was in I went to do a short course in college, and I was speaking. A guy has been very, very vocal guy in my class. The guy is very vocal, and he's very, like, how do I put it, Seth? He's very um
Outspoken.
outspoken. Like in class, he doesn't care. He will talk. He's very outspoken. So this day, the guy came to class with the danshiki that they always get. Everybody wants to,
That fake one from China.
yeah, that everybody wants to feel like the African. So Isha came with that danshiki, Isha, and he now called me aside. Like, dude, you're Nigerian, you're African, right? I said, yeah, I am. So why are you not proud of it? I said, what do you mean by I'm not proud of my culture? He said, but I mean, like, okay, I got a question. I'm very sorry if it looks somehow, but I got a question. Are you a Christian? I said, yes. And I was like, okay, so, but your forefathers are not Christians. How do you guys, I don't understand how you Nigerians feel comfortable with being Christians when your forefathers are not Christians. And most of us right here, when we find our roots, we always want to connect with the religion of our forefathers. But you guys don't want to connect with your religions. You're always saying you're Christians. What do you think about Ifa? What do you think? I mean, I was now telling me all those things. I'm like, okay, dude, I really appreciate that you want to connect with your roots. And I am also connected with my roots because I am from a royal family. So I gotta connect with my roots. I'm a Christian because I was brought up as a Christian, but that doesn't mean I would negate the fact that we have our culture. And if my people in my culture want to do their Ifa and everything, let them go ahead and do it. I'm not judging anybody. If you guys feel that's the way for you to connect to Africa, that is good. But that's not the only thing we do in Africa. We are also Christians. We have Islam. We have everything. But I told him that I was like, oh, okay, that's a good point. But that's ever since I spoke with that guy, that got me thinking that wait, oh, that's true. Why? If you check it out now, most of us woke or new generational Africans, we're not connected to the roots gone like that. So, it's got me questioning that. Okay, I am a Christian. I will always be a Christian because God has always been working for me, no matter what. But really, how bad is it to even connect to Oshun and all those things that people make look bad? Is it really bad to connect to it? Is it bad for Beyonce to say that she wants to connect with her roots? That is what our forefathers were doing before religion came. Religion might have come to give us a new perspective of life. And one thing I like about religion, Christianity, is the fact that it doesn't condone killing people and sacrifices or kamashe your kompa. I'm sorry for those who are not speaking Yoruba. It's like doing something bad against someone. Christianity doesn't allow that. But does that even really mean that our roots, Oshun River? I'm from Oshun State. I've been to the Oshun River before. I've been to
Shango, Eshu, Obatala,
all those stories.
Amajoha.
Are they bad? Really, really, really. I mean, they made it look bad to us, but really, if you look at it, that's what our forefathers knew, and they were at peace. We were just talking over the week before this today's show. Remember when we were talking about someone said civilization came from Africa? They said civilization came from Africa, came from Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
What were they doing then? Were they Christians?
No,
I
definitely
doubt
not.
it. I doubt
So,
it.
wow, if you say civilization came from them, now you're trying to sell civilization to us like, oh, we are from the bush. We are local because we do things like this. I know. Anyway, don't let me take this discussion to where I should take it to.
No,
But
but I feel like that's what's really interesting, and I feel like in terms of just changes within society, as much as whatever people decide to say about the likes of Cardi B, the like of the new generation artists, rappers, whatever, when there's a shift in thought process, a shift in mentality, history has shown that it usually comes through the arts, through the entertainment. When you think about it, I think I mentioned on the episode we had about accents, and in terms of just the way people say certain things. And when I went back to Nigeria at some point, I was so surprised that all of a sudden people are now saying routes instead of roots. When I was growing up in Nigeria, everyone said roots, but the route thing has clearly come from the entertainment industry. A lot of Nigerians are watching American movies, American films, they're listening to American music. So now it's affecting or changing the way words are being used. I mean, we were colonized by the Brits. So to me, I feel like saying roots in Nigeria is what we should say. But a lot of people now, it's almost as if they look at you like you're Raz if you don't pronounce things the way Americans
The
pronounce things.
case of Nigeria of Africa is a confused case. So we don't know what to follow. Follow American standards or follow British standard.
Exactly.
So that's
But a
that
lot of
one.
these changes it really is in terms of the arts, the films we see, the music, and there's no denying that Afrobeats had a huge part to play in the perception of Africans, because it's cool to be African now. It's really cool. Like you ask people, you tell someone your name, people want to know the meaning. I can't count the amount of times when I tell someone, "Oh, my name is Adiola, I'm from Nigeria." Oh, what does that mean? Like they kind of have an understanding that Nigerian names have a meaning, whether you're Hausa, whether you're Igbo, whether you're Yoruba,
Even
whatever.
the pronunciation is so. I just got back from Virginia this week. I went there to meet up with a client, and most of the time I introduce myself. I always say Ade, Ade, Ade. These people were teaching me how to pronounce my own name. Like it was two different scenarios. The first was the nurse like, "Wait, are you Nigerian?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Why do you say your name is Ade?" I said, "That's how you guys call it." I know it's Ade, or it's when I'm trying to pronounce the Nigerian way.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, really? You want to go that way now? Okay, yes, it's Ade." Like, yeah, I know it's gonna be Ade or something. I'm like, yeah, it's Ade. Like, okay, yeah. That was that one. I was like, okay, wait, she's trying to pronounce my name. Then doctor too, I met the doctor too, told the doctor my name, Ade. Like, you're Nigerian, is Ade. I was like, these people in Virginia, I said, you guys play like that out in Virginia, you know how to pronounce Africans' names? Like, come on, man. Yeah, Nigeria, we know you guys. I'm like, oh, wow. So I guess they're getting to learn our culture and probably music and all that. So you never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know how
I
they
feel
get
like
in.
music definitely, because trust me, I don't know how it was in America, but growing up in the UK, first of all, dark skinned and African, those two things did not mix. I think I mentioned this on the previous episode as well. When I came from Nigeria into secondary school, I think I was in GSS 3, and I got to school the first day, and they were trying to really troll me, like, "Ha ha ha, you're the African girl." But because I didn't have that negative connotation with Africa, I was just like, yeah, I'm African and Nigerian precisely. So to me, they were really trying to mock where we were from, and I just wasn't having it. Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being African. But back in the day, we had a lot of Jamaicans. We had it, I'm sure, in the intro video, from that video we played at the beginning, you hear them say, you're not Jamaican, you're not Bayesian. Because a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans back then, like they ask you where you're from, you say you're Jamaican, and it really became a joke. Like, no, you're Jamaican, because why? It really was like we had to hide our identities, and the only thing that I can say has shifted that mentality is definitely the rise of Afrobeats. Not to brag or anything, but we all know Nigerians, we are the kings of Afrobeats. Like,
I really think that's true though. That Afrobeats has really, really, really opened up Africa to the world, because I saw the last Coachella, even though Burna Boy made it kind of made it popular by the rants he went on about them making his they put his name down on the flyer with a small font, and it made that an issue. And in a way, yeah, they had to blow it up. But I watched the show online. I wanted to go, but I couldn't make it. But I was watching online. I saw people dancing, and even the old Whiskey blow up too. That's definitely something that that Afrobeat has done to introduce Africa to the world. Like you see people doing viral videos just dancing to Afrobeat. Like that's I'm even sure even the main. Oh, there was a day I made a mistake online. I went to type. I said Afrobeat is taking over, and then someone corrected me that there's Afrobeat and there's Afrobeats with the S. Afrobeat is Fela. Fela is the creator of Afrobeat, and you can't take that away from him. Even though Fela was creator of Afrobeat, they've even been studying Fela since back then. They've been studying him in universities, in colleges over here. Even back then, they've been studying his heart. I know Fela too has a drummer, Tony Allen. You can Google it. Tony Allen too. I think he was the one that created the beat. His beats, the beat off timing beat or something. I'm into music, so I kind of know all those things. So they study Tony Allen till now. They study Fela Afrobeat. But the new age guys like the Whiskey, the Burna Boy, and Naira Marley and guys now, they are called Afrobeats with the S because they are not the real. But I would say Nigeria has been on the map ever since Fela. Africa has been on the map. But it's just like them, Yusundo, them, what's this lady's name that won Grammy? It was just like them. Like, okay, we recognize Africa, they are there. But these young lads now, what these guys are doing now is like you go to every club, you go anywhere, you're at the airport, you're on the flight, you're seeing our music, you're hearing our music being played at the airport, you're hearing. There was a day where was I think I don't know what country I was at that I heard for Asha's song. I'm like, whoa, this is Ashana. I mean, you know that excitement that I was just looking at it, how can I tell that this is Nigeria? This is Nigeria. I couldn't tell anybody, but yeah, music arts has really, really, really opened up Africa. I think it is right to say that Afrobeat is a catalyst that is taking everybody back to their roots. Now, I know a lady out here in Texas, Houston. She's so connected with Africa, with the African thingy. I think she's Oshun. She does all the Oshun thing too. And she has a dance group now that she teaches young people how to dance African dance. Even though I look at it, this is not African dance. Like, I just, it's watered down. But yo, the responses I see on her page, people that want to learn to the dance, and it's all because of our music. It's all because music and arts has opened up the door for them. So, I mean, it's a good time for Africa. I think
the thing is also like, I know like Fela was on the scene, but I feel like the new school of Afrobeats, what they have done, because remember the perception of Africa back then was, you know, we are so uncivilized, you know, we live in huts, we walk around with no clothes. But the new school, what they've shown the world the part of Africa that the news was not showing them. They've shown them that lifestyle. Everyone likes that glamorous lifestyle. Whether you aspire to be in that glamorous lifestyle or it's just something you like watching as part of your regular entertainment. Because I see no reason why people will be watching things like The Real Housewives of XYZ, if not for the fact that it is purely entertaining. It's
wait, we have our own too, but I'm not going to mention it here. We have one. Real Housewives or something.
Or something.
But it's all Nigerian girls. It's all Nigerian wives. Though.
I think I.
But don't let us mention it.
No comments.
No free promo.
No comments. I feel like it really opened up people's eyes to the fact that actually Africa is beautiful. People live in mansions. People like I don't even know where to begin. But so many things that I've heard across the years growing up, and like you want to check people like, are you sick? Really, you want to check people like you really feel like me. My appearance tells you that when I was in my country, I was living in a tree. Like or I live in a mud house. So it really, I feel like this new school of Afrobeats has really opened people's eyes up to what is happening in Africa. And then the other thing is everything is timing. Everything is timing. It will get to a stage where the Western world is just too
And
saturated, and people are
sorry to
looking
cut you
for
short.
opportunities.
Let me just quickly mention this. Sorry to cut you short, but I think the fact that awards shows like BET and all that are acknowledging and giving us awards, that's also opening up opening up Africa up to the world. I remember meeting the guy once, and I was at his place. I think we went to family friend, we went to visit him, and he's African American. And the video, that was when the video won the BET thing. Even though he won and he wore Givenchy, whatever he wore, and he's not saying we're Africa. Okay. That's another story. Anyway, it was there that day. I was not like, oh wait, I was not telling the guy about Davido is one of the biggest guys from Africa that is really good. I was introducing Davido to him. The guy too is into music. Was like, yeah, that's what I want. It's kind of connect. I want to do a song with him. I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, calm down. Even me, I can't reach the video. You are saying you want to do a song with him, but because he won an award, he was interested in him. He was like, okay, I'll look into him. That this dude must be big. I'm like, oh yeah, that is really big in Nigeria. He's really big in Africa. He said, I'll look into him, man. I gotta do a song with him. I was like, calm down. Do a song with him. We do long. Even us go. Yeah, but I think those awards open up Africa and Afrobeats.
Just to add to what Diola said about the whole saturation of the Western world, I think that's where I think everything is happening from. I think there's nothing new that the Western world can actually bring out now that we haven't seen, heard before. So it's a case of, now there's not the continent of Africa and there's something new, there's something fresh. So I think now people are rushing to consume. It's not just music or Afrobeat. Afrobeat definitely was the gatekeeper that opened the door. But if you look at it, same has happened to movies. Now, you're hearing stories about XYZ in the IT world. You're hearing these pilots. You're hearing this person in Navy and so on and so forth. So I just think it was like Diola said, just timing. People wanted something fresh, and they now remembered, Africa is there. But now the good thing is, which has played in the favor of Africa, is a gold mine. So many things to benefit from.
Untapped potentials, man.
Yeah, so I think, in my own opinion, the Beehive might not agree, but I think that is one of the things Beyonce actually saw, and she took advantage of. That's what I.
I was gonna ask that because if Diola mentioned something like that people were mad that she was taking. She was you mentioned something about people who were mad because she was trying to tap into something. Like, what is she taking from us now? Like, we need to dig deep into that. I think I also prefer Beyonce taking something than for China. China. That's on that story.
Another conversation.
A totally different conversation.
Let's even talk about that. What could Beyonce be tapping from Africa that we are not? Is it that we're not making use of it, or is she riding on us, or what?
I think I don't know if he's riding, but I think it was more of to her, she has done everything she could do for pop music or whatever title of music she caters to, and it was now Africa is the new cool. How about just do an album that showcases Africa? That's how I see it. I might be wrong.
Yeah, but the old movie, the old Lion King movie, is themed in Africa. It was short. It's a movie about Africa because lions are from Africa. The whole thing is about Kenya. If you even watch the cartoon way back then, it's from Africa. So it's not really Beyonce going back to Africa. It's just the fact that they called her probably, or maybe she got interested in it. But the fact that they wanted to remake it, is the fact that they want to. I think she told them to go back to Africa. I'm not sure if she told them
Black
to go back
Panther
to
is
Africa.
based on what?
Black Panther is based on Africa too now.
And the cast.
That one is the problem of whoever they got to. No, now say Beyonce
in your professional opinion.
In my opinion, I think Beyonce is fighting
opinion.
for us. That's why she took it all the way back to Africa.
I think
when they did Black Panther, why they chose all those people? But I'm sure maybe if it was that guy, he doesn't have enough. The main actor, if he had said that, let's go shoot this in Africa. I'm not going to be a part of this. If you don't shoot this in Africa, don't do this. Who are the producers? For Beyonce to have made the move that okay, I'm going to do the soundtrack to this thing and involve Africa. It's a good thing for Africa. Even it caused a fight in Africa, like a Twitter war, not a fight like that, a Twitter war. Yeah. I saw a Kenyan artist that was saying that there was no Kenyan artist featured on that album.
There's a DJ here in Atlanta too. He's from someone in East Africa. The guy went rampage.
Yeah, now like, this lady herself, what's her name? Victoria Kimani.
Yes.
It was like
Victoria Kimani. She's half Nigerian, half Kenyan, half American. She shot everything. She went really, really mad that no Kenyan artist was featured. Blah, blah. I felt her pain, but hey, auntie, if Nigeria first before anything, you know that one. Nigeria will come first.
The guy went down. He was ranting, saying, "Man, that the Lion King movie is based on Eastern Africa. So how come there was no Eastern African artist on the album?" And of course, you have trolls were like, when people are talking about Afrobeats and African music,
it starts from Nigeria now.
Nigeria,
I feel like that's exactly. No, but I feel like that's exactly where people's argument was coming from, because Beyonce has been in the game for decades now. There's arguments that when she does her world tours, Africa is never included. Is Africa not part of the world? So there's that argument. There's an argument that if she really
Africa, wait, even do you think about it, is Africa ready for Beyonce?
Yes. Now did she come? Was it not 2000 that she came to Kwara State and Jay-Z? So what's the excuse?
That one was not concerts now. That wasn't concerts now.
They did Pepsi now.
Point. If you can come for Pepsi that's paying you money, if you genuinely have interest in Africa, why are you not including?
It's going to take a lot of investment, a lot of money, though. So a show production, you know what it takes to do a show. Even Cardi B that went to Africa now because recently that's why Cardi B can decide to go. You know what? You've seen Jay-Z's performance and Beyonce's performance.
But they did this tour last year, and Africa was ripe for such a concert. So
yes, and Africa was not.
I guess the logistics. It's just the logistics. That's
logistics.
You know the logistics
where Jay and Bey are involved.
Look. It might cost them more.
We are talking about.
I know we can do it. I know we can pull it off in Africa.
What are we saying? If they do their proper homework well, they will sell out. They will sell out wherever arena.
Selling out is not even a problem. They will sell out. That's not a problem. They will sell out. My own point is producing the show itself. Is it possible? Especially with Nigeria.
Because
but if not Nigeria,
when Wale came to Lagos,
if not Nigeria, maybe South Africa, maybe
but why didn't they take it to South Africa then?
Exactly. I know South Africa might be able to pull it off.
Well, when Wale came to Nigeria, they revolted. He followed him around to document it, and everything looks crispy. So I think Africa is ripe for that thing. I don't, that's not an excuse. If they send their team well and they reach out to Pepsi, like, okay, when you guys invited us, which team did you use? And both teams sit down and talk, okay, they are coming to do their on the road tour, whatever it was called, and this is what we want to do. They'll be able to advise. So I don't think it's I don't.
They will do. Don't worry. They'll come and see. Don't worry. I'm not kidding.
It's just like let me digress. let me digress a little bit. It's the same thing with gaming. FIFA as a whole, that they make games, they don't allow African players participate in their global tournaments. But when they are releasing time zones and when you can watch, Lagos is there, Kenya is there, South Africa is there, but you're not allowing players from that continent play. It's the
Really,
same thing.
really, that politics, man, I don't even understand why
So
they
it's the
always
same thing with the
they
whole
put
on the road,
Africa.
on the road tour. Then you don't include Africa, and you're coming to say, no.
In fact, with this whole Afrobeats that is becoming so big now, all these late night shows, like I think for like last week, it was Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage on another one, and they're always featuring them on these late night shows in America. Jimmy Fallon had Burna Boy, another one to add Tiwa Savage. Now I'm looking like, are these people really getting their dues for these appearances? Is it, are they also riding on the wave because it's COVID season, we don't have anything. Africa would always have
Yeah,
stars.
I think it's two things. One, Africa, we are looking for so much acceptance now
We jump on
that if
anything.
anyone, we jump on anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm seeing it. Then I'm also seeing that, okay, aside that we actually do have something to offer, some people are just like, okay, this is the new gig, let's start jumping on it. That's how didn't you see a video yesterday that Timbaland was dancing to Neola?
Yeah.
And from now on, we'll continue to see videos like that. Different
But
artists,
I know
different
underground
producers
though, Timberland and Nini have been like working. I know they've been working on the
now. But
ground.
trust me, moving forward, these are the things we'll start saying. Even if
It's just funny
song is
that
dead.
I know a lot of, I think even before now, a lot of people have been working with African artists, African actors, and all that, but they don't put them out there. Like they won't post them. Like what's this guy? Wizkid's recent single, even though that one promised us album, his single that he released. He released single with this girl.
They said him and Davido they ran back to the studio because of Burna Boy.
Burna Boy's album, which was produced by P Diddy.
I beg you, the album was not that. I beg. I still prefer African Giants.
No, the album was good though.
I still
The
prefer
album was
African
good
Giants.
though. But the only problem I have with the album, see, by popular review,
Demand.
they say his album is not good. The album, according to popular reviews, is not good. That's what everybody's saying. But personally, I like the album.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad album. I'm just saying, me personally, I prefer the African Giant album.
Because you like Bessel, you like to dance, you have to this. This one is not dancing.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, it was giving us some nice, it was giving us some nice words. Some people have been using on Twitter for us as if we don't know what's going on. They'll say, let's just leave it at that. But that's
the only problem I have with this album is that I think it was focusing on Grammy. Like it was throwing jabs at them. Twice I stole, I am Kini Kong, bigger than that. Everything is like, if I listen, I loved it. I loved the album, but I could feel that it was going at Grammy. That okay, if people think I can't do Grammy worthy songs, yeah, okay, let me give it to you, and that's what it's trying to do. But if it's trying to talk to Grammy, I think it passes message. Me personally, I think it's a Grammy worthy album. There's no way. If Grammy misses him this time around, then we should just forget Grammy. If they diss him this time around, come on, man. This guy started he went with you soon. But see, my son was still listening to the album. I was like, what's this man saying? Is this man trying to speak Yoruba or what? I was like, no, he's an African man. So you see, even kids, so he's going for Grammy. This guy is going for Grammy. He doesn't have a dance track like that in there, but I mean, you just have to look into it.
I don't know. The album is nice, so I'm just saying my own taste. I prefer.
He didn't do it for the streets. He did it for Grammy. Trust me. I know he did it for Grammy. Come on, man. Have you heard Nothing by Nature yourself? That one, come on. He went all the way back to go bring those people.
Naughty by Nature featuring Naughty by Nature.
Yes. Jam. Anyway, but I think like we were saying before, everything is just timing. It's to the point where, especially with the whole Black Lives Matter movement as well, people are actually tired, and people are realizing that everything in the Western world is saturated. You can't buy land in the UK. I don't know how it is in the States, but you actually cannot buy land in the UK.
We have land
to
here.
the best of my knowledge. or
have
like
land.
actually buy the land as an individual, like you would be able to do in Africa. I can't just decide that, okay, oh, I want to get a plot of land and start farming. There's so many red tape, there's so many loopholes that you have to jump through. And with the whole I can't breathe, there was a video I watched. I can't even remember who did it now, but he was saying the reason you can't breathe in America is because the systems are not designed for you to breathe. So if you want to breathe, you need to come back home. There's also this Ghanaian, you guys check it out if you're looking to invest back in Africa as well. He's called Wodemaya, Mr. Ghana Baby, as he goes by. If you check out some of his videos on YouTube, he has
Oh, I
so
think I've seen the
many,
guy.
you understand, he has so many African
People that go
Americans
back to
who have
Africa and
actually
live in
gone
Africa.
back, who live in Africa, and not just living in Africa, they are building communities. Like they have
It's all you these UK
exact
people.
plan.
UK people go back
No,
home.
I think
It's mainly Americans, in all honesty.
No,
I'd say it's
yeah.
mainly Americans.
I think what's going on is there are a lot of African Americans really interested in going back, but they do not know who to talk to or who to associate. There's also a group on Facebook, I think called Ghana Connect. I think I'm not sure. I'll cross check and I'll send it to you guys. It's a group where if you want to do anything in Ghana, you are going to Ghana, you look for where to stay, or you want to invest, or have someone to talk to. There are people, and it's not Google Hero. It's not everybody. They actually look at your profile when you try to join them. You must have something concrete to offer in the group. So even if you're saying, oh, my house is available for Airbnb, you find it there and so on. I'm not sure if Nigeria has that for African Americans, but I know Ghana does have that.
Ghana seems to be leading the way in terms of real estate and getting people to come back home. I think we had the year.
Their president has voiced it out also that he's really out for tourism. Unlike
what they did last year, man. Like
our
the year of the return.
The year of return, yeah.
Nigeria, with all the things we have in Nigeria, all the tourism spots that we have. I have a friend that she organizes tourism in Nigeria. She can take you on tour. Like, she's my childhood friend, and I see some places she goes to. Like, this place is in Nigeria. Like, I'm telling you,
I've seen one castle is it Sokoto or Katsina? I was like, is this in Nigeria? They're like,
yes. I was like,
really beautiful.
What? She posted one today of a nice water, like a river.
I've seen that too.
It's in Abuja, one in Abuja. Like, damn, this is in Abuja. Like, places that our government should be milking off money from. All of us go to Mexico for what? Nothing. The government is not doing more, but everybody goes there for vacation. Why can't we have vacation spots? If you see any investor looking as watching, I'm ready to go back to Nigeria and be a manager of a resort. Just let's build resorts in Nigeria. Let's build
even one guy. I think he's into all this F1 racing. So he bought hectares of land, a lot.
Wow.
In Abeokuta. He said his plan is actually to get the necessary partners and investors, build an F1 standard.
Well, you know this guy.
So
this guy.
If they are looking at Africa to bring one of their tours to Africa, they will look at it.
They got it already.
Yeah, that the hectares of land would have hotels, so it will be like its own mini city. And
this guy is into racing or something like that. The video 30 billion, then a billion gang something. I know they have something in racing. I saw there was a time they had a jacket that they had on. If you check his page, if you scroll down his page, you see it. They're into 30 billion gang racing something. They were into something, and I mean, man, those boys. I mean, like you said, that's what we're talking about. Afrobeat has opened the door to a lot of things. Has opened the door to a lot of opportunities. Africa cannot be is still fresh. It's still untapped. You can't tap it. You can't finish tapping it. It just keeps giving.
Well,
and it's all organic again.
That's why we have to be careful, because the Chinese seem to have opened their eyes to Africa, and if we're not careful,
let's pray for our government that they don't sell our country to Chinese. It will be worse than selling it to British or Americans. So if you sell it to Chinese, it's eternal slavery.
They said since we are not ready to use what we have, that they are coming to help us use it. So
nobody can beat China in the trade wars or in the negotiation wars. If like me now, if I take a business to Nigeria and say, oh, I'm gonna build I'm gonna change the government buildings and build it and make it really good. My budget is gonna be $1 billion. China will come and will say, don't worry, we'll build it, we'll build everything for $1 million.
They have that financial power. So
it's not even about financial power. They have the manpower.
It's not the financial. They have the manpower. That's it. They have the manpower and they have the cheap labor as well. But my thing is, I think that's where our government and African leaders really, really need to have a vision for their individual countries within Africa. Because it's one thing to say, yes, you want to develop, but why are you getting Chinese people? Why are you getting China to develop? Because you don't have a vision for your own people.
Because China will give you a deal you cannot refuse. That's
you should be able to refuse because UAE is right there. Dubai is there. I'm sure the Chinese people are giving the UAE the exact same offers, but where Arabs are proud of themselves, you can't get citizenship in most Arab countries. If you spend 50 years of your life there, build everything, pump all your resources into their land, you're never going to be seen as an Arab because they have that pride in their bloodline. They have that arrogance about them as well.
I think I come back to this world, I want to come back as an Arab. Arab money.
Enjoy. I'll come back African.
I'm just kidding, man. Africa always, man. But that Arab money is long ago.
But again, it's because of the vision they had for their people and the vision they have for their country. The African leaders are just greedy. Unfortunately, they have no vision. They have no vision for their people because, like we said, there are a lot of Black Americans, there are a lot of Black people all over the world who are looking to connect to their roots. And they have the resources as well. They just don't know how to go about it, which is why I'm quite impressed by what Ghana is doing. There are so many things that are going on in Ghana right now in terms of real estate. There are people who are going back home, and because they have interest in their people, there's a couple that I saw watching Mr. Ghana Baby's videos, the Wademaya, and they're actually building a hospital for the community, or they've built the hospital for the community.
Wow.
Because they know the importance of healthcare. Chinaman will not do that because they don't care about you as Africans.
They will charge you to build the hospital.
Do you understand? So there are certain things that you would do for people who are the same color as you, whether you do it in Kenya, whether you do it in Ghana. Even if you are money motivated, there's still that kind of, I don't even know what it is, like sense of, I can't cheat my people, or at least let me provide X, Y,
NDDC doesn't care. What's their name? NC, whatever. Those ones cheated their people. They didn't build bridge.
No, I'm talking about individuals. I'm talking about Black people.
Those are. I get you. I'm just trying to be.
They're searching for their roots. Even one of my friends, she had I don't even know what to call it because her baby was already 1. But what they had done, it was just so beautiful in terms of. They had this man, he's a Pan-African priest, and everything that we do during our 8 days as Yoruba, the naming ceremony. So they had honey, they had the salt, they had the bitter cola, they had the alligator pepper. When they were praying, they were saying, he said he's going to say some prayers and he wants everyone to say Asher or Ishe, and he was telling people the meaning. And my friend is not African, they're Caribbean. She's from Antigua. And even her, she was like, yeah, she's connecting to her roots. It was her birthday the other day. I got her an Ankara dress. And she was just like, yo, how can I get this for my kids? How can I get this for my auntie? So I feel like definitely Afrobeats has opened up. People are more interested in, let me even find out where I'm from. But it's just difficult. It's just like we were saying on our last episode when we were talking about going back to the grassroots. And we're talking about, how about those of us that grew up in Lagos? Even if you want to go back to the grassroots, what is linking us? Where is the channels? I feel like that's what we need to do as Nigerians, as Africans. Let's bridge that gap. Let's make Africa beautiful. The spotlight is on Africa right now. I'm happy that a lot of I've seen a lot of farming opportunities, agriculture opportunities spring up over the last, I wouldn't even say a year, I would say over the last 6 to 9 months. People are really understanding the importance of agriculture. So it's just about tapping into all of that, really.
Yeah,
Now that the
there are a lot
spotlight
of
is on us.
opportunities in Africa, and going forward, I think that's our plan for September on this show. We're going to be showcasing a lot of opportunities for Nigerians back in Nigeria. Like we're going to be having sections about agriculture sector. We're going to be talking about, what else are we talking about again? Businesses,
Entertainment,
investments,
yeah.
yeah, entertainment, and all that. So we're looking to investigate and dig deep into all this, and we're going to
You
be
say investigate.
shedding light on it. English is hard. It's not my language. Research, investigating is not the word.
Research.
But shout out to all the people in the chat room, Esosa and Sade. I didn't even know Tony Allen was dead. I just saw it on the chat group. Someone said R.I.P. Tony Allen. I didn't know it was dead. He just died this year. Oh yeah. R.I.P. to Tony Allen. Is actually the curator of the beats Afrobeat. There's been controversies back and forth. He was a drummer for Fela for years. So Babani. I mean, I've had the opportunity to meet him before and been in the studio when he was there. And dude, I don't know, all these Afrobeats that we're hearing, the way he was playing it was different too. His Afrobeat is different. It's like really, really deep. So sometimes it's good to find out about our culture, and it will help us. And that's what we're going to try to always help do that for everyone on this show. We'll try to research, look into our culture, and shed some light on it for everyone.
Let's go back to our roots, whether you're African, American, which I've never really understood.
Yes, and let's drink our Agbo for COVID. Agbo my water for COVID. That's our roots.
Okay, there's a comment here. Let me just read it, then we can round up. So Malari said, if you're looking for what and where to invest in Nigeria, especially Lagos, I am here. No Omonile Wahala, trust me. So she's a real estate she's into real estate in Lagos, and all
English hard.
It's hard. So all those properties on the island that is after that is still Lekki, like Fal said.
Ogun State, Abi.
Yeah,
Ogun State, Lekki.
Yeah. So yes, she
lack of them.
She'll handle you right. So she also said you are right concerning agriculture, Diola. There is a reawakening of the minds of Nigerians into that sector.
Yeah.
And I just really hope like a lot of Nigerians and Black people can tap into that before the Chinese do.
Yeah, so before they start selling chicken and egg to us.
Abio.
All right. So I guess we can give our closing remarks.
I think I gave mine already.
I was about to say I think I've given mine already. It's beautiful what's happening, the spotlight that is being shown on Africa, that has been on Africa for a while. But as Black people, as a race, we really need to make sure that we are the ones benefiting from it, especially if that is your home. Whether you've lived there, whether you are one of those people that's you're American and your parents are Nigerian, you're still Nigerian.
I think let me just say the mind of everybody.
The real African American.
Yeah. And then I'll say the mind of everybody. That's why this show is here. I know you are worried about investing back home. I'm like that too. Like, why do you want to invest your money and they'll chop your money? Don't worry. We'll do the research for you, and we'll only bring people that are good, and we'll talk about it on here, because really I'm on that table too. When Diola was mentioning during this week that I was supposed to invest back in Nigeria, I was laughing at you. Invest in Nigeria. You want to see your money go down the drain.
Scam you.
Exactly. You want even pure normal water business going down the drain in Nigeria. So, but hey, we're gonna try to research and find out really, really great opportunity. I have friends that invest in Nigeria and is turning out good, and we have connects. So we're gonna bring people on, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, so
DJ Ships got the plug.
no, we all got the plug.
No, you got the plug.
We all got the plug, man. All right, guys, don't forget to follow us.
Yeah, I think you guys have said it all. So.
Sweet. Yes,
follow
don't
our
forget
social
to
media.
Follow our social media handles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you would like to hear us discuss. And yes, see you again on our next episode.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Have a lovely week.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.